Today's another awesome day. We are back to our regularly scheduled programming, and we're here to check out something new that I just got. Something pretty cool. Let's walk over to the other room. Jim's looking good. Kid iPad on the floor. Here we go. Okay, so let's check out what's new. So I got something new just shipped to me. Just got it today. So we're gonna check out this Angel Horn Phantom record player. Just in time for Christmas, a really good option for your budding audiophile in your family, or if you're trying to get back into the hobby. As you can see, I'm kind of a fan of records. I've been into this hobby for a while, and there's nothing quite like putting, some nice wax on your record player. I got the Velvet Underground, Jeff Buckley, Nirvana of Montreal, The Stooges, The Offspring, and some AWOL Nation. It's actually like a box set I got at a concert. Tom Petty, Portugal the Man, I forgot the name of the band, The Misfits, and the Dead Kennedys right there. Plus all this other stuff down here. When you go through the trouble of putting on a record or a CD, I got some CDs over there and down there as well. I got a bigger CD collection in my office. You get a deeper emotional connection with their music. So the cool thing about this record player, I'm going to unbox it in a sec, is that it's a fully contained unit, which means it's got the record player, it's got a built-in integrated amplifier into it, and it comes with a couple of bookshelf speakers, so you're ready to go. You don't need all this equipment that I have here. If you're trying to just get back into the hobby, or you're one of those people, they exist, that actually buys records and they don't have a record player, or they have no way to play it. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Get yourself a record player, play your music, enjoy music the way it should be in physical format. I'm a big proponent of physical media all the way. I guess probably haven't shown the theater in a while. The theater is awesome. No changes, no dramatic changes since I got the big speakers, my DM80s there. Nothing too big. I actually did get we did buy an air filter for here, a big air filter just to, keep it nice and fresh, you could say. Theater's awesome. Always love the theater. This is my dojo. This is where I like to hang out the most. Pretty much every night I'm in here. Let's go back. I keep coming back into this room because this is sort of like my hi-fi room. This is where I listen to most of my music and my 2-channel music, you could say, and obviously this is where I keep my records. So this is like the perfect room to check this product out, which I think is going to be really cool. When I saw the pictures of this product, I thought this could be a winner, and I think it's going to be something that's going to get a good recommendation from me. This thing is heavy. You can tell there's some speakers in here. And they're actually supposed to be 6.5-inch speakers with 6.5-inch woofers. They look like a dome tweeter. As you can see from the look of it, it has like this brushed aluminum kind of finish. And yeah, let's get this out. I believe it does have an Audio-Technica style cartridge, which is good. Good starter cartridge. Let's get this out of the box. Okay, so I kind of unboxed everything, off camera for the most part. It's going to take a little bit of setup here. I'm going to try to walk you through as much as I can, all the important stuff for the setup here, and we'll go through all the features. But for now, I think what I'm gonna do is remove the center channel and put the record player right in the middle, and I'm gonna take my other record player out because I kind of want to put the bookshelf speakers just right here on top of my cabinet. I do have some stands I can grab, but I think I want to keep it simple for a simple setup, that pretty much anybody can do. If you have like a media stand like this, or a bookshelf, because that's what they are, they're bookshelf speakers. You don't necessarily need floor standing speakers, but I think I will connect my big Golden Ear Triton 2s to it to see how it sounds with some, legit, really good speakers, that are in the $6,000 range, which is definitely overkill for this system. But what I'm trying to say is there might be an upgrade path with this system. And you can also, I believe you can also, you don't necessarily need to use the built-in amp. You can also just use it as a record player and run, because it does have a built-in phono preamp. So you can just run it to another amplifier, let's say like my Macintosh there, or my Onkyo, and just run it off of the internal phono preamp. But I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff. So basically you gotta get the belt to go from this little pulley to around this little, the platter, I guess the platform. So just kind of slide it all around here. It's basically a rubber band. So I would just try to get in the, as in the middle as you can. So now you put the iron platter right on top. You just get it right through the hole, right there. And the little felt, Angel Horn branded felt platter thing. I don't know what that, actually slip mat? I think slip mat, that's right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape. Carefully removing the tape. There we go. There you go. There's a like little loop that you can put down so the tone arm doesn't move. That's nice. Now we're gonna install the counterweight. And I believe you just go like this. Now I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to remove. So I'm gonna lower the tone arm and let it go down to its lowest position, and then I'm gonna try, the object is to kind of get it to be like in a neutral, like kind of almost like floating, where it's like neutral. So it's sort of like, oh, we're almost there. You see how it's sort of like, it's like right there. It's like balanced. So you wanna, this is what you wanna get to, like a, so I think that works right there. So you wanna get it to where it's like balanced and sort of like the weight of the counterweight is like, there, I think that's even better. So that'll work. So see how it's sort of, it's balanced now. So now I'm gonna take it back. So for this, you're gonna wanna, even though the instructions don't say this, you kind of wanna do this without the little stylus protector on. So I'm gonna remove it because that adds weight. So right now this is balanced. So I'm gonna like lower the tone arm. And as you can see, it's still kind of like floating there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it back, put the little protector on and set this to 0. See, as you can see, let me zoom in. It's like set to 0 now. So that is like, so in other words, it's neutral. So I guess we're gonna try to set, now we're gonna try to set this tracking force. Okay, so this takes a lot of force. So I'm just gonna listen to, I'm gonna add, it says to add 3.5 grams. So this is 2, and then we're supposed to stop when it says 1.5, right there. So now we're gonna connect the anti-skating weight. And apparently that I can barely see it, but it has there's 3 grooves. And this all comes pre-wide. It's almost like some, it's this little weight thing on some fishing line. So you kind of put one, it's actually a one long loop, so it's actually quite easy to do. So let's do that. I think we're gonna do the 3rd one. It's really tough. I'll show you if I can get it on camera here. So yeah, this could be the hardest part of this whole process. All right, of course it happens off camera, but I got the anti-skating weight on. So hopefully it goes smooth from here on out. And again, this is hard in any turntable, really. All right, let's get the lid on. This is pretty easy. This should just slide right in to these little holders. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, so I just pulled one of the speakers out, and as you can see, it sort of has like a grayish veneer to match the aesthetic of the actual unit over there, which is still backwards. And let's see if these are, I looked at the back and it's ported in the rear. Let's look at the drivers. Assuming this will come off. Yeah. All right. Looks like a nice little woofer. It does have a rubber surround, and that's definitely a 1-inch dome tweeter. I mean, I'm not going to expect like to be blown away by these speakers, but hey, they're included with the record player, which is nice. If you're looking for an all-in-one package with everything you need, and you just want to play your records and have a pretty good, decent sounding system, you're all set with these because these speakers are included. So let's get these wired up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. So it looks like we have this is the Bluetooth antenna here. There's a phono out, a line out, and a line in. So you can actually connect another input. Let's say like my Eversolo over there. I could connect the input to in here and then play the Eversolo through these speakers that are connected to this unit here. And obviously there's power here. It looks like it's grounded. Pretty cool. Pretty simple. So one phono out, one line out, and a line in. So one input and two outputs. In order to wire these speakers up, I mean, I'm going to just show you the harder way to do this using the included speakers, but then I'm going to go ahead and use my banana plugs. You see here, there's a cable here. One of these cables has kind of like a different color. I kind of go with the lighter one, maybe either one with a line or something, and I'm going to call that positive. So positive is red. And then you just kind of, there's like a hole right here. You see there's like a hole right there at the top there. So you're going to want to put your speaker wire through the hole right there and then twist it. Until it's nice and taut there. It's not going anywhere. So you put it through the hole there. So pretty simple, but you know, I'm going to show you how easy banana plugs are, and you can probably buy these on Amazon just that are ready made and not need to, you know, go through the trouble of doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy this is. So screw it all the way in. Make sure they're all screwed in, and red with red. Oop, might have to do them at the same time. Black with black and red with red, and that's it. I'm done. That's one speaker. And then again, black with black and red with red. And that's it. That's banana plugs for you. Super easy. Highly recommend them. I would just go ahead and buy. Again, you can get them I'll put a description on some like pre-wired banana plug cables if you just want to do this a lot easier, or you can use what's included. It's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and install a Bluetooth antenna. I'm assuming you all want to use Bluetooth. I would want to use the Bluetooth. So there's the Bluetooth antenna ready to go right there. I'm going to try to show you how to connect the speaker here. These are like spring tension. So you're going to put this down. And again, I'm going to go with the lighter cable here is going to be positive, the more silvery one. So I'm going to do red. You push it down, insert it like that, and that's it. It's pretty easy. And then same for black here. There you go. That's one connected speaker. So I finally got everything set up. As you can see, the speakers are connected. The record player is there. It's lit up. It's pretty simple to use. You just hit the phono button here. It switches over and the LED turns on and tells you the record speed here. And it's a matter of just hitting this play start button and it starts spinning, and you can actually make it go faster by hitting the 45 speed button there, and it'll it'll start playing it. They actually do include an adapter for 45s if you have any. Not like a lot of people have those anymore. But obviously I have only long play records. I have some 45s, but not many. And but yeah, you can play them. And so one thing I got to note about this thing, first of all, it looks good. Speakers sound pretty good, given that they're not what I would consider to be audiophile quality speakers, but they're not bad. Actually, quite kind of bassy, to be honest, and pretty good. They're not, honestly, they surprised me. They sound pretty good. I'd say my one complaint about this so far is that there's a tiny little audible hum coming from the amp, I believe. When you're in the seated position or you're like listening to music, it's really not really noticeable. Once you're listening to music, you really can't hear it, but there is a bit of a hum. Again, it's a minor little gripe, you know. Again, this is like this whole system costs less than my turntable, just my turntable. So just to give you an example, when you're getting an amplifier, speakers, and the turntable with a, you know, an Audio-Technica cartridge, you know, it is a beginner cartridge, but you know, all the same, you're getting all this stuff, everything you need to listen to records is right here. And which I think is pretty cool. Plus the Bluetooth which I haven't tested. I'm going to test that out and let you know how that works in a sec. So one thing I should note that it took me about a little under an hour to set this thing up. I mean, that is setting up the record player, connecting the speakers and all that. Obviously, I do this kind of thing more often. I would at very least set aside about an hour at minimum to set this thing up. Record players they're just a little more involved. It's not as simple as just, you know, plugging the thing in and putting a CD in, or just connecting your phone to something, to an app or something. There's a little more involved with it, and I kind of showed you how, you know, step by step what to do. You're going to need about an hour. Again, not hard to do. The instructions I showed you earlier are key. You're going to need that. But overall, I'm impressed. I like this thing. I think it could be a hell of a great Christmas present. You know, Christmas is around the corner, or for anybody that has anybody that's kind of interested into the hobby of collecting records. Maybe you were into records a long time ago and you want to get back into it, start collecting again. You want something simple, an all-in-one package with some upgradability. Like I said, I'm going to connect these speakers out and connect them straight to this amp instead of my Macintosh down there or my Onkyo. And I'm going to see how they sound with these big guys here. I know it's kind of like overkill. These speakers are like significantly more expensive than this entire system, but it kind of gives, you know, if you want to upgrade the speakers one day, maybe give these speakers away to, you know, a relative or something. You can get a nicer pair of speakers and connect them straight to this thing, and I'm going to see how that sounds. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to connect to the Bluetooth here and see how easy it is. Angels Horn Phantom immediately showed up. It's that simple. And I am connected. So let's go ahead and play some music. See if this works. Let's play any old thing. How about... All right, so... Working. Okay, so I just connected I just used the Bluetooth, works fine, very simple. Obviously, you turn up the volume like that. I noticed it gets pretty loud. I mean, it's not, you know, obviously you can control it. I'm playing it from my iPad here. So you can obviously just control the volume from the iPad, but obviously there's no remote control, so you got to actually physically go there. I would just probably set it to about 11 or 12. Set it to about 11 or 12 o'clock and just control the volume from your iPad or iPhone, and you're good to go. But yeah, Bluetooth works good. Okay, so now I want to show you kind of an upgrade path that you could take with this system. As you can see, the speakers are gone, the included speakers, which actually did sound pretty good. They actually surprised me. They weren't bad. But if you're thinking about something you can do with it in the future, you have this turntable with a built-in amplifier, and let's say you get yourself a pair of towers. Not necessarily like these are not cheap, but maybe some Klipsch towers or something kind of efficient. As you can see, these speakers are connected directly to the amp back here using my banana plug wires. Very simple connection here. And let me tell you, I listened to it and it sounds pretty darn good. All right, so I'm going to show you one final upgrade path that you can do with this setup is basically just use it as a turntable. In the future, you want to not use the built-in amp, but you still have the turntable. You still want to use the turntable. Like I said, I still have it set to phono, but I have it plugged. I have the RCAs connected to the line out here, right there. And so I'm basically just using my Macintosh amplifier down there, which is overkill, but you could use any amp you want to power this. But I'll give you kind of a so it's being powered through my Macintosh here. So I'm basically just using the built-in phono preamp that's in the turntable to just be a record player if you just don't want to use the amp anymore in the future, let's say. But so yeah, a couple of upgrade paths. Go connected straight from the amp that's built in to the two tower speakers or any other speaker that you want, or you can go into another amp and bypass the amp that's in here. It's up to you. So you kind of have some choices in the future if you want, and you still have the Bluetooth capability and all that stuff built into it if you want. So another thing you can do is you can actually use the line in input, RCA input back in the back of it there, and connect your DMP. Like let's say I connected my Eversolo here. It's playing music, and I can play it on there. And then, there we go. And as you can see, it's playing through the stereo. So you can, I currently have it set up to work with my other amplifier, but if it would work just fine with the built-in amplifier and if you have speakers connected to it, it works fine. So you have options. You have a line in, you have a line out. So you have upgrade paths, and you have multiple ways to listen to music, including Bluetooth. You have an input. Like I said, I connected this to my Eversolo there. A lot of different things you can do with these things, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna pretty much leave it there for my review of the Angel Horn Phantom turntable stereo system here. I think it's pretty awesome. Lots of different things you can do with it. Sounds pretty darn good, even with the bass speakers that it comes with and the built-in amp. I think it's a really good device. Really a lot of options. If you want something easy to set up, you want to get back into listening to vinyl, you want to get into vinyl for the first time, I think it's a good option. And obviously with an upgrade path, you can connect bigger speakers to it, worked fine. You can connect a separate amp to it, works fine too. You can connect a different input. You have Bluetooth as well. A lot of different things you can do with this thing. And it also looks pretty cool with this, brushed metal look to it. I think it's cool, and it actually weighs quite a lot. I didn't mention that in a review, but it really does weigh a lot. It feels pretty solidly made. But anyway, if you have any questions about the Angel Horn Phantom, feel free to leave them in the comments. I really like this thing, and I think you might like it too. And I'll see you in the next one.